The Jannik Sinner doping drama may have just gotten worse, where he could be facing significant bans, resulting in shocking the whole tennis world. Before we go into all that, let's talk about what we know about this sort of controversy so far, as it's been months since this whole ordeal started. So around the start of the US Open, the big headline news was that Sinner was caught potentially doping. And when you hear this as either somebody who's not in tennis or a casual tennis fan, you think the worst, right? You think that he's out here being given super strength, super speed, super stamina, which are probably traits that he just has naturally because that boy is an insane athlete. But no, it was nothing like that at all. Way back before this in February, Jannik Sinner's then fitness coach bought a medical spray called trophrodermin, which seemed like a harmless over-the-counter product, but actually contains a bad substance called clospol, which is a substance that has testosterone in it and can be used as a performance enhancer. So following this, of course, Sinner fails a urine test, which led to him losing ranking points and his prize money won from his semi-final defeat in the Indian Wells. However, since Jannik Sinner unknowingly knew he was given this bad substance, any further bans and restrictions from the sport were not imposed, and from around today he was clear of any wrongdoings and still free to play tennis, where he went on to win the US Open in tremendous fashion. And this sort of news, when it first dropped, came at the exact wrong time for him, as right now he's at the peak of his power, the world #1, and to have the word doper under your name makes people question, the integrity of the wins he's got. And people across social media were very divided about this, people saying that he's only achieved what he's achieved because of this magical spray, and some people, of course, defending him and saying it was only a mistake, which I think it was, but at the end of the day, we don't know, only his team knows, and that's about it really. However, since then, a lot has changed. The World Anti-Doping Agency, WADA, has just announced a major statement regarding the development of this Jannik Sinner case. Just today, WADA officially lodged an appeal to the Court of Arbitration of Sport, or the CAS, against the decision that cleared Sinner of any wrongdoing. And the statement read this: WADA confirms on Thursday, 26th of September, it was lodged an appeal to the Court of Arbitration of Sport in the case of the Italian player Jannik Sinner, who was found by an independent tribunal of the International Tennis Integrity Agency to bear no fault or negligence, having twice tested positive for clospol, a prohibited substance, in March 2024. It is WADA's view that the finding of no fault or negligence was not correct under the applicable rules. WADA is seeking a period of ineligibility of between 1 and 2 years. WADA is not seeking a disqualification of any results, save that which has been imposed by the tribunal of first instance. As this matter is now pending before the CAS, WADA will make no further comment at this time. So yeah, things have taken a wild turn. And this move by WADA really, cranks up the heat again. As I thought this was over. I thought Sinner was, chilling, vibing, but no, he cannot rest. He has more stress to worry about. Because right now, Jannik Sinner is at his peak of his powers right now, and a 1 to 2 year suspension could really destroy that. Because an important factor in tennis and this professional sports in general is momentum, and right now his momentum is at the highest it can be. He's winning a lot, he's in peak condition, a potential 2 years away from the game. Like, I don't know how many athletes come back from that as one. There's so much mental stress, so much pressure. Like, it could really damage what was looking like a top 5 all-time career, because he's just that good. And then we look back in other bans in tennis, for example, Sharapova. Yeah, the ban happened quite late on in her career, but when she did return, it was matched by a lot of injuries when returning to that top level. Her overall results in Grand Slams and tournaments were not the same as they were before her ban, which could be one, of course, the mental pressure and negative attention, which then led to her retiring shortly after that and ending her career in a way that she probably did not want it to end. A 2-year ban for Sinner, I don't think will impact him that much performance-wise. I think even if after a year or 2 years, he'll be still performing at that top level, but there'll definitely just be a big hole missing when it comes to professional tennis. And it'll really be a shame because right now in tennis, there isn't a lot of like star talent like we had previously of the big three, the big four, even with Andy Murray. Like right now, we've only really got Alcaraz and Sinner. That was really the main big two that we're going to be seeing for the next potentially 10 years. And this 2-year ban could really ruin that, put that on hold. It may lead to potentially other players coming through and winning their first Grand Slam. Who knows what could happen? Me personally, I hope it doesn't happen, but at the end of the day, rules are rules, and no player deserves any sort of special treatment. Like if him or his team has broken the rules somewhere, then it's not fair on the rest of the pack, right? So I guess if this appeal is successful, then wow, man, what a crazy turn of events. For now, we're gonna have to wait and see about one, Jannik Sinner's team's response to this, and two, how this appeal plays out by WADA, as WADA seem very determined to push for an outcome. On this channel, I'll try and keep you guys updated about any new news about this. But in the comment section, let me know what you think about this case right now. Do you think this will actually happen, and what impact do you think it will have on the tennis world?